What's happening to Cam Newton on his podcast is the saddest story in media. He's literally a laughingstock now on his own podcast. He's the new method for any woman looking to go viral. Go on Cam Newton podcast and humiliate him. All the reviews from the latest episode of his podcast where he interviewed a rapper called Lady London tells you everything you need to know about the current state of Cam Newton. Is literally straight women and gay men who are literally celebrating the fact that this woman came on the podcast and humiliated Cam Newton and made him look dumb. One person says, this episode was great if you want to watch intelligence versus someone who thinks they're intelligent. Them girls be intellectually rocking his eye, and you know he bring them on there expecting the opposite. One person says, you can see it in her face when he confirms that he is in fact a loser and a dummy. Cam got the worst show ever. It's just a bunch of episodes of him being wrong. We'll get back to the video shortly, but I wanted to let you guys know this video is being sponsored by Kalshi. Kalshi is an app where you can make money predicting current events. I put money on what the weather is gonna be every day on Kalshi. I check the weather app when I wake up. And really all I do is I look at what the highest temperature is gonna be for the day. Then I go on Kalshi and place a prediction on what I think the highest temperature is going to be for the day. I'll say probably 7 out of 10 times my weather prediction hits. Sometimes it doesn't hit. But if you want to get paid by predicting weather on a daily basis, you can do so on Kalshi by clicking the link in my description and downloading the app and using code FLACO to get $10 on your first deposit. This new episode with Lady London was particularly worse than the other episodes that Cam got humiliated in, which we'll also review in this video. But for this particular episode, it felt like Cam had this schoolboy crush on Lady London, and it felt like the entire podcast was him trying to prove to her that he was intelligent and he was smart and he was right for her. He was trying to impress her the entire podcast, which just made her dunking on him even that much worse. And she was dunking on him in like a nice and condescending way the entire pod.
Shut your time, Miss Lady London.
Absolutely. And my mentor is DJ Clark Kent, who was right hand to Jay-Z, so I'm sure there was something in that.
Is that grammatically correct, Miss Lady London, or just Lady London?
I like the miss. Be a Southern gentleman about it. I appreciate it.
At all times. Now, how do we find a way to put an R in that miss?
Oh, no.
So you just... Golly. When I look back at this, bro, I would be like, bro, I was really on one today, dog. It must be this espresso. Espresso, not espresso, since you want to. As we end things here at Funky Friday, ladies and gentlemen.
Cameron Newton, hit up Corey Holcomb before you do another interview with a woman. He needs to prepare you for the battlefield. Cam isn't even understanding it's a battlefield. Women have noticed that careers are being jump-started by humiliating you and outwitting you on your own pod. They watched Dr. Cheyenne Bryan. She jump-started her career off of humiliating Cam Newton in that viral clip. Natalie Nunn, she jump-started her career off of humiliating Cam Newton this week. So women are coming up there with that intent. So Cam is going into this head over heels, fawning over her, falling for her, trying to back her, trying to win over her validation, which just makes it all that easier for her to crush him and humiliate him.
I'm a businessman, and I do not play about my empire. I really don't. And if it comes in question where a person, place, or thing, that's a noun, challenges that, then I got to Control Alt delete myself.
Got it.
From that situation. I'm really giving you so much wordplay here. Like, I don't know. Hopefully the person can appreciate that. Like,
this the face of a woman who knows Cam is making an absolute fool out of himself without her having to even do much. This is a college-educated woman in a STEM field that Cam Newton felt the need to clarify that person, place, or thing is a noun. You could kind of see her face. She was a little irritated by that, just a little bit. Oh, all right. So she went out of her way to humiliate and show Cam that he's actually pretty dumb and he's actually really bad with words and he don't have good wordplay.
Let's try this one more time. Since it was so melodic?
Melancholy.
Melancholy.
Yeah.
Look at the look on her face, bro. Kim has to be autistic. He has an inability to read body language or social cues. It's probably not his fault. He probably does have an issue in that regard. He can't read social cues because no way you are reading this social cue and thinking, oh yeah, I'm macking. Oh, she fell at me. No, she's looking at you like this dude is an idiot, man.
Since it was so melancholy, like this is where that niggertree wants to come out. But I'm
It never
trying.
went away. Let's do it.
When I say all together, we're gonna say one love. When I say all together, we're gonna say what?
She figured Cam out really early. Everybody watching that podcast figured Cam out really early. I knew what type of person Cam was, man, when Cam called satire an SAT word.
I'm excited because I wouldn't even say very few times, but like there's in this climate that we're in, to really appreciate the creativity, to be able to appreciate the wordsmith, to be able to appreciate nouns, verbs, similes, metaphors, and all forms of satire. SAT word, look it up. Ha! Yes!
Cam reminds me of a jailhouse lawyer. He's never been to jail, but you know those dudes who go to prison for 10 years and they go to the law library and they are somehow able to upgrade their reading level to an 8th grade level, but they come out thinking they're on a doctorate level. That's who Cam reminds me of, bro. Like that stupid gang member and that stupid hood dude who is really dumb, like super dumb. But because they're able to read at an 8th grade level, and all their homies around them can only read at a 3rd grade level, because the average street dude can probably read at like a 2nd or 3rd grade level, and that's not me trying to be, mean or something. That's just a fact, right? The average street dude goes to prison with a 3rd grade reading level. So he can finally read at an 8th grade level, so now he thinks he's smarter than everybody else. But then he goes on a podcast, and while on a podcast, it kind of gets revealed to him like fairly quickly, hey, buddy, like the average adult, all right, has a high school education. So your 8th grade reading level has you behind by a mile. The intelligent level between Lady London and Cam Newton began to show once they began to talk about Cam's fashion sense. Cam got made to look stupid, tried to recover and save himself from looking stupid, but all that happened was he began to look even more dumb.
If I want to go urban, I can do that. If I want to go preppy, I've shown that. If I want to wear jerseys, I can do that too. I just want people to not be able to like, man, he don't. No, that's not me.
Well, how would you describe your style in one word? That's an adjective.
Can I use a word that I've already used?
Sure, of course.
Eclectic.
Say it again.
Eclectic.
It's eclectic.
Well, the heavy on the N because
There's no N in it.
No. It's my word.
So Cam is trying to present himself as a scholar. She corrects him and said, bro, you were saying the word wrong. To save and recover himself from the secondhand embarrassment, he then says, oh no, I know what you're trying to say, but no, like eclectic is my word. I made, no, it's not, buddy. Really, Cam? So Cam got caught not knowing how to say eclectic. She corrects him. He has so much pride and ego, and he don't want to appear dumb in front of her. So he said, oh, no, I'm saying it wrong on purpose. That's my word that I created. No. Eclectic is my word I created. But somehow, your word eclectic, which is very similar to eclectic, somehow has the same definition, and you're using it like just the same in a sentence.
Oh, let's unpack this. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sure word.
Eclectic.
Spell it for me.
NCLECTA.
Okay.
Cam, you would have been better off just saying, oh, thank you. Thank you for correcting me. I didn't know it was spelled with an E. I didn't know an N was not included. But to lie about creating your own word that means the same thing as the current word, and then you spell the new word that you created wrong is absurd. Kim says that eclectic is spelled Nclecta. In what word or language would eclectic be spelled Nclecta? Where did the tick sounds come from? Where did it come from? Yo, Cam, bro, you should be ashamed of yourself, man.
Okay.
Eclectic.
Eclectic.
Do you want to know what the N stand for?
Niggatry. Am I right? Okay. Respectfully.
You see where I was going?
Love that.
Yeah.
For you. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
I learned a new word. We got to hit up Webster.
No, we ain't got to hit up nobody.
Cam then goes on a diatribe about how Webster can't tell him how to pronounce words because Webster ain't black and black folks ain't create Webster and Webster don't make Thanksgiving dinner like how he made Thanksgiving dinner growing up. So Webster can't relate to culture. So hence Webster can't tell him how to pronounce words. Oh my God. What? I've seen race get implemented into a lot of things, man. But can we please keep race out of the dictionary? Yo, can we now play the race card with the dictionary? Kim, all you had to say was, "Oh, I didn't know it didn't have an N in that word. I apologize. Thank you for correcting me, man." But now you're even assuming that the dictionary is racist. And they can't tell you nothing because they ain't never made Thanksgiving dinner like you, man. Oh my God, bruh. She must have been sitting back like, I came thinking I would get the best of him, but I didn't know he was this unequipped.
Oxford, nobody?
Why would we do that? Do they relate to us?
I'm pretty big on words. It's kind of how I make my money, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool, but you just use people that don't have Thanksgiving morals that I have.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Please, because I'm crushing it right now.
Are you?
Webster and Oxford, like, they don't eat what I eat in Thanksgiving.
Got
That
it.
smell ain't the same. They may be around cousins and aunties, but they feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Got it.
She's talking to Cam like the instructor on the small yellow bus. What did you do to school today, Cameron? I ate glue and I snorted crayon and I had a blast with my friend. Oh, that's wonderful, Cam. Be careful with that glue now. Ah, well, Melanda. That's how she's speaking to Cam at the moment, bruh. Or even when things get more serious, like outside of just the wordplay, Cam grew up in the church and he brought up something biblical. And even from the way that she kind of like broke that down, you could kind of tell, oh, you're dealing with somebody with some intelligence here, bruh.
Not be.
Are you sensitive?
Extreme. I'm a Cancer. I'm extremely sensitive.
What that mean?
Well, we can get into it later. What are you? What's your sign?
I'm a God. The God that I serve said I'm a direct reflection of him.
Okay. God also illustrated the stars as signs and symbols to paint the image to Abraham. So it's definitely constellations and things like that are talked about in the Bible as well. But we can get into when's your birthday. I can redirect the question.
Okay, every day is my birthday.
Okay. Fabulous. Love that.
Yeah. Like there's like a part of me that's like Kanye West, and then there's also a part of me that like TD Jakes. And I'm just trying to ask your question. I'm sorry, it's just May 11th, 1989. I was born on a Sunday, Mother's Day. I am my mom's favorite son. She would never admit it, but I think that to be true.
Got it.
She has 2 other sons. That means that vagina was powerful. That was TMI, but needless to say, I'm here today. Grew up in a very loving household. That words and that expression that I use will have gotten me slapped because I grew up in the church. So yeah, that. Let's talk more about you and that list like me. You being a Cancer, what does that have to do with?
We have characteristics of being, I think one.
Cam should have shut this down when Dr. Cheyenne Bryant came on his pod and was condescending to him and embarrassed him. He should have shut it down at the door. Because if Dr. Cheyenne Bryant never got away with it, and if she never, for the most part, was able to jumpstart a career off of being condescending to Cam Newton and telling him about himself and embarrassing him on his own pod, then all the other women would have probably been coming in humble as a humble can be, hat in hand, just blessed to be there. But now women are walking in like on some, like they're walking in knowing they about to get a moment off of Cam, bruh. This is the first woman who went on the podcast and essentially not humbled Cam, but put Cam in his place and told Cam about himself. Because Cam does come off as condescending or at least judgmental. And this was the first time where we see a woman tell Kim about himself and actually humble him.
You're not taking your time.
I am, though.
You're being very action-based. You're not taking your time. You're being very action-based.
I'm taking my time.
You're being very action-based. You have 8 kids with 3 different women.
Yes.
You are creating, procreating, and multiplying. That is not taking your time. You're being very selectively active, okay? So you're creating, and disclaimer, the kids are innocent, they are beautiful and amazing. Anything I say has nothing to do with them babies, because I can't wait to be a mom, and I love the kids, period. But you are proactively choosing where you want to be active at and where you want to take your time. You want to take your time in having a wife because of your own fears. But you will, and I say this with all respect and love, what I'm about to say next, okay, Cam? But you will selfishly create broken families, even if you're in their life and you're a proactive father, and I believe you're an amazing daddy. I can only imagine with just your presence and knowing you thus far, but these families are still broken. Every child cannot have Papa in the house with them. So some child, if not all, will end up with some kind of deficit.
And then obviously we know what Natalie Nunn did to Cam, where she came on Cam's podcast and made fun of Cam not picking up the fumble at the Super Bowl and causing this team to lose. So this has now been a thing, bro, where Cam is being made to be a laughingstock on his own podcast. Cam, either go talk to Corey Holcomb or just stop, just stop interviewing certain women, bro. Because you're either unequipped or you're just choosing to lay over and be embarrassed, man. All right, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this? And if you're still watching this video and want to watch another good video, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here on my screen, to find out why I think Van Lathan's podcast may be done after this recent drama with his co-host. It's really bad. And if you enjoy this video and you want to support me, liking and subscribing helps, but also sending me a hype is how you push this video in the algorithm for me. I'll really appreciate it if you guys can send a hype. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video, okay, with Van Lathan. Out of here, folks. Peace.